Yo, welcome to Culture Quest. It's the first episode of Culture Quest. I'm MCK.
And this is Jay Johnson. So we with True
Jay Johnson.
Jay Johnson.
So yeah, it's the first episode of Culture Quest. We're gonna dive into a lot of topics, talking about who we are. The tag for the show I'm saying is why are we like this? Right? Like, why are we like this? We're gonna talk about what makes us who we are as Bahamians, as just dudes. And within the culture, we're gonna touch on all type of things. But yeah, we've been working on this for a second, or playing around with the idea of this for a second. I mean, I've been trying to get Jay to be legit about this for
I
like
mean,
a
when
year.
you say you will touch on all type of things, you can understand why people was little on style to join.
I mean, we're gonna touch on all type of things and in the most consensual way possible.
Appropriate way possible.
Yeah. So I know Jay for I know you for a long time. We know each other. We're two dudes that went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
We prowled around the South together for a little bit. Played ball together.
That's how you know that's how you know somebody. Like if you all play ball together, it's like a firecracker war. That's how you trust people.
You've been through a rockout or two. Like that's you know this guy. So there's someone I know for a long time, and so basically we know what it is. We know Bahamian culture, but it's more than you might think it is, right? Like for instance, when you have culture class, you might think, okay, what these dudes talking about? We ain't talking about rake and scrape and John Canoe and Johnny Bread, although those things are a part of the culture. We'll be talking a little bit more about the little nuances, the things that you can't even really put down on paper. You can't really describe. You just know. You just feel. That's what we're talking about.
The things
You know what I mean?
that ingrained in you that you don't even have to think about. Like the fact that you say more than once. Ain't nobody teach you that. But that's part of your culture.
Yeah, you gotta say the 3 mornings. You gotta say the morning. You say the one morning. That's problematic. You gotta say several mornings, right? So it's like the little things like that. And we're gonna dive into all type of things. We're gonna bring on people that's gonna talk about. We're gonna bring people that experts, but like the criteria is use a beam, and you have to be a beam. You have to be about this life. You have to know exactly what it is to be a Bahamian. So we're gonna have all type of people on Bahamian, people in all type of different spaces, therapists, mechanics. We find out why the car never. Why it always seems to be an extra part missing every time we go in there. Police officers. We basically gonna dive deep into this thing that we call culture, and it should be fun, but it should be cool. We're just gonna dive in and talk about stuff,
and have honest conversations, like real honest conversations.
Yeah, like real conversations. Like I might say some things, and touch on some things that people don't really want to talk about, but like we all know, because like I said, the point is like, we Bahamians, we know what is what. I might say some things that's unconventional.
Oh,
we gonna uncomfortable. We gonna dive into that stuff. But essentially, we just talk about why we the way we are, and then even like sort of questioning like, is this like, is there certain Bahamian traits that might be a little toxic, maybe on the toxic side? We evaluate like, should we reconsider this? Is this just who we are? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Sometimes there's no right or wrong answer to that. Yeah, just gonna dive in, and we're gonna talk about all type of different. We're gonna use the device as like a segment, right? So, for instance, we have the segment called "What You Saying," right? Breaking down Bahamian terms and sayings, and I think this episode is the one about culture, right? So we're just trying to talk a little bit about culture. Like I said, it ain't just junk canoe or rake and scrape. And I think it's so annoying how people be like, you ain't Bahamian, that's XYZ.
Yeah,
Bahamians
that.
look different. Yeah, Bahamians different. Bahamians experience, everybody experience is slightly different, and we trying to combat this idea of like it don't is a one size fits all sort of thing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think the first thing I'd ask you, Jay,
Mm.
is what you think is the most Bahamian saying of all time.
Um, I don't want to be cliche and say boy, but so I could try something else. The most iconic. You say? You give me in?
Like the most Bahamian, like this is the most bona fide, like Bahamian saying.
Oh, Mother gotta be the most like that's bona fide. Like you can't you
It's
can't
top
hear that
10.
no place else. You can't hear that no place else. And everybody said even the Bahamians try not to speak like in Bahamian Creole, say Mother.
Bahamian Creole. That's just an interesting way to put that. Yeah, Bahamian dialect, Bahamian Creole for sure. Like, Modesek definitely top there. Boy, to me is all time. Like you can't,
Yeah.
but you just like I don't even think about saying boy. My grandma is say boy. My pastor is say boy. Everybody is say boy. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like boy is the all time. Then you have Modesek.
Yeah. Mother
Um,
gotta be top two. Mother gotta be top two. I feel like your mom have to be in the top five.
your ma is like a variant though. Like it's like a black culture thing.
Nah,
Like
bro.
your mama.
They say your mama, but they
It's
don't
like
say
a
your
black
mom.
culture thing. But it's the same thing. It's just ours. Like to me, that's why I'd have to put it a little low on the list. At the end, other people that say your mama all the time, right? Other cultures will
Mm.
say that.
All right. So give me
I
a, give
think
me
I
a
feel
three.
like I feel like beast. Like when someone get burst in the head with something and you just get that beast. Like you don't even think of that. They're coming from your bowels, babe. They're coming from your deep inside your heart, babe. They're coming from your heart of hearts, babe. When someone get hit or someone drop or something, it's like beast. You don't
I
even think
can't.
about that. To me,
I
that's top tier.
and this why we have to have the difficult conversations and cover the hard topics because you nobody say beast. Like depending on who you is and where you is, you might say itch or something like
I
that.
mean,
So
there's
beast.
there's there's, there's a couple of variations for sure.
Yeah. So I can't put that
So
up
you
there.
so you
So
don't grow up saying beast.
yeah, beast. I guess. But
You're
top
beast.
five, like yes, man.
Top five, dog. You're beast. But I
All
mean,
right.
I might be more like I might lean more towards dudes though.
Hmm. Probably.
I
What
try,
what
I
else?
try, girls say you're beast couple times.
I'm trying to think of like what. Now that you ask, I'm trying to think of like what else is a cultural staple for Bahamian words. Boy, marasek. Um, I guess your beast, your ma. But what else?
You got
Think of
then you got the Tingham. Yeah, Tingham definitely. I think Tingham definitely top five.
think I'm gotta be top three.
What I love about Tingham Bay is like it don't mean anything whatsoever, but it mean everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Like boy like that too, but like Tingham is like you could literally be like, oh boy, pass me that Tingham, and the person could pass you that the item you mean.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's amazing, way. Like that's just impressive. That's we need hand claps for that one.
First,
Like
yeah.
you could literally say, wait, that Tingham over there.
Tingham could be a person. By Tingham them. Um. Item. Yeah. I might put Tingham over Marasek. Boy Tingham Marasek. That's a top
But
three.
yeah, I don't know.
For the culture. For the culture.
Tingham over Mother's
Tingham gotta be over Marasek though, because Tingham
No.
machine got no name.
See, I hear you. Tingham could be a person, place, or thing, right?
Hmm.
No pun intended, right? But boy could also be that too, right? Boy can't be a place.
It can be, yeah, exactly. Unless you say boy them, but
You're right.
people don't even say that no more.
Tingham might edge out Mother's It might
That's it.
just edge out Mother's I'm
We
sure
we can let the
it
people
might be a
decide on the.
tsunami.
We can let the people decide the salami. Yeah, we can let the people decide the top three. But my top three in that specific order is boy. Think I'm in myself. Bohemian saying.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and obviously, like the way you talk is a big part of a culture, right? Like
Mm.
even like certain people on different islands talk different. like they of this like slight slang or slight pronunciation of different things. Like yeah, for
The,
full disclosure, do us from Nassau, right? Like you from Nassau. You are from Nassau, correct? Your passport stamp,
my boss was
right?
see that's all.
Your passport's in Nassau or your passport's
Yeah,
in New Providence.
my
Anyway,
boss. It depends on who they
we
get it
Nassau
from.
boys. So I just want to acknowledge our other Bahamian brethren, from the other islands.
Yeah, take them.
Y'all included in this. All us is Bahamian.
Yeah, take them. Unless you from Rumkeet and you don't come.
Yeah, that's even Freeport. I ain't really care. But
Don't start that.
that's another topic.
Please don't start that.
Yeah,
I Freeport I with y'all. At least y'all get one with y'all. We ain't gonna divide the show like that.
don't be a simp, be free. Nobody care about Freeport. But
I get with Freeport.
my point is this: like we from NASA, so like we a lot of the stuff is gonna be like city centric. You know what I mean? Like, I can't speak too much to the island stuff myself, but like I said, we're gonna have guests on here, so maybe that's important to bring someone on from the island, like what, and find out like questions like why y'all so scared of Nassau? Be like why y'all
Crime.
so afraid? But crime everywhere though.
Not so not so crime, but anyways. Not so crime like super elevated.
How much time you get robbed in your life?
Die for this episode. Die for this episode.
How much time you get robbed? A handful or less?
Depends on how much chance we count, but yes, I get robbed by a handful of times.
Depending on what you call robbing.
Exactly. If I
only
get
robbed. I only
it
get robbed like twice.
does it count as a robbery?
Say again?
If you get it back, does it count as a robbery?
That's a good question. I feel like it does. If it get taken from you, you get robbed. Because I got some stuff
Interesting.
back too, and I still consider that getting robbed. I only get robbed a couple times, right?
That's-
But my point is like, yeah, we grew up in Nassau, and I never get jumped. It ain't that bad. Get robbed a couple
Let's move
times.
on to the different segments. We can break this.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
we break it.
My house get breaking. My house only get breaking 3 or 4 times. Yeah. So the next segment, calling it a flicking eight. Flicking eight, right?
Hmm.
It's basically what is that thing that annoys you about the culture. So what's the most annoying thing about the culture to you? And I mean that's a pretty broad question, but like, what's the little annoying things about us stuff?
Um, flicking a boy. Um, what it is, when you tell one family member and that family member feel like it's all right to tell the whole family.
Yeah, share all
Like
the
you tell your
business.
mommy, you tell your mommy something that she gotta tell everybody, not your auntie and your uncle. Them know. Hey, boy, flicking a, you want to tell everybody?
Like, everybody just looking at you like you
Exactly.
crazy now.
It's like
And then like they have like somehow they have like these little insights about you that supposedly they dream about, but it's like, wait, mommy totally told you this. Like, oh, I had a
exactly.
dream
That ain't a spirit.
you lose your job. Like, man, like mommy posted on Facebook, man.
I trying to
You don't have
think
no
of what
dream but
else.
that. So yeah, that definitely. I think
Humans love
like
the dog. Though.
when you don't see a Bayman for a long time, and
Mm.
like the first greeting is like a comment on your weight or something. Like, oh, you get big egg? It's like, hello, you long. Hi.
But mind
How
you,
about good morning?
I going to say that, but that might be more black culture than anything than Bahamian culture. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
specific to Bahamian culture. That might be bigger than our culture.
I don't know. In my experience, it's like a home thing. And I come home, it's like
Mm.
literally, it's like it have to be some comment on your weight
Mm.
or some just like it ain't really the first thing you say to someone. And I think like people need to like kill that. That ain't cool. Like I mean, I might have put on 13.5 pounds, but
I ain't got
you
to be
could
the
you could
first
you
thing you
could
shout
lead
out.
in with a different lead in with a
Yeah.
hello. How have you been? Now I'll see you in 6 years.
And
You
then
know,
and then talk about how much you get.
and then maybe like, boy, you eating good over there, or you know what I mean? Like I hate that, but it's like it's mad annoying. And then obviously, I think, like I said, we're gonna touch stuff, but you gotta talk about the government little piece, right? Like the government, the government can't do everything. Like some people ever had like a Bahamian discuss
Freaking
something.
A.
Like they talk about like the government fixing something with like completely out the government purview. It's like
Bruh.
man, Johnny need that job, man. Like the government don't owe Johnny a job, right? Like it's like the government don't control every single aspect of everything, and I think BM is like that's the default thing because it's like you gotta find a scapegoat.
Mm. Mind you, I
I'm
don't
trying
think
to use a
I
PLB.
I I didn't think I see that until recently. RIP and condolences to the family of the little boy that drowned. But there was a little boy
Hmm.
that drowned, and this radio host was like, "Man, the government need to do something about this, man. They need to have a lifeguard on it. Probably have lifeguards patrolling the beach, and the government need to do more
Yeah,
swimming classes." And it's like, bro, I've never once thought that government need to place lifeguards to patrol the beaches. Like if you
yeah,
go anywhere in the world, you ain't. I mean, I guess they might have lifeguards on duty, but lifeguards patrolling the beaches, and then like
yeah. I
government
mean,
issues, like I never thought to pin somebody drowning on the government. I never thought of that.
and then like what ministry that fall under? Like what that the minister of
What's
waterworks?
a
What
culture?
that is? What
What's a
like
culture?
like who's the MB for that? Like what would that fall on the Ministry of Works? You know,
I
it's
can't,
like take some responsibility. For me, it's like take a little bit of
mm,
responsibility. Like
and don't hold the government accountable or don't
no,
blame. Hi, would
hold
you
them
say?
niggas accountable.
Uh,
Hold them accountable.
uh,
But I'm saying like hold yourself accountable too.
uh,
Like you know what I mean. Like everything can't be the government. Like there's other things that can be done sometimes. But I just
mm.
feel like the government become like the scapegoat to the point where like it ain't even productive. It's like what this is where this gonna lead to.
Yeah, like change the
You know?
conversation instead of just pointing the fingers. Like, no, what we could actually do. So I see that.
Yeah, like, what's the end game? You
Mm.
know? But yeah, like like I say, we grew up in well, I don't grow up in the south. I went to school in the south briefly, but I wanted to pull your payment card for a second.
Mm.
Um, give me one thing would make you qualified to talk about payment culture. Like
My
I could start
my
it off
be
if you want.
my Bahamian qualification. Let me hear yours first. Yeah, give me your Bahamian qualifications to talk about
Well,
Bahamian culture.
for this episode, I could give you. I've been to three different government schools in three different districts. Like I just go from one school to the next, like in a stream. Like you go from where's go from SC to
I see the
CV.
CV or years go AF to GH, CH
Right.
to
I did
RM.
not do that. I didn't do that, and somehow I managed to touch all type of districts. Right.
What
I've
primary
been to
school you
school
going
and
to?
I got in CW Sawyer, so that's like Yellow Elder area. Right. I supposed to go
Hold on. You want to
either
CW
SC or
Sawyer?
AF. Yeah, the CW. That's not the CW fan, but yeah, like CW. Then I supposed to go to either AF or SC, but I ended up
Uh,
going to HO, and that was an experience because HO is the hood. Shout out HO. Um,
who's an asshole?
nope, we're not doing that. It's not. We did not. We ain't bringing that back. Right? Shout out HO,
Uh,
honorable opinion native people of Nassau. Right? I went to HO,
wait,
and then I went to
who was go to HO though?
CV.
Who was go to HO?
But you don't want no smoke with HO. But trust me, you
Like
don't want no smoke with HO.
name one legendary baby to go to HO.
Mother freeze. It literally named after like a Bahamian legend.
No, they don't count. They don't. Them names don't count. You nobody know them.
Listen to me. If you ever been to school in HO and you made it out, but you already win.
I
You're
don't
already
even
halfway
know.
there. You ready to complete the battle.
The only Nash we acknowledge is Steve Dog. That's it.
You did disrespectful. But yeah, but I got an HO and then I went to CV, right?
Uh,
So I've been to three different Bahamian government schools. I can tell you about it, right? Like
mm.
I qualified in these streets. Then I still eat salty to this day. All right.
I know
I
that's
never
something
really
you
eat
should tell the
salty.
public.
I never really eat salty. I just wanted to say that. Like I wanted to like up my status a little bit. I never eat salty in my life actually. So anyway, that's I doing the reverse of what I trying to do.
I just gonna say like someone better get immigration.
I hate
Get
I hate
immigration on the point.
BEC. I hate BEC with a passion. Like so much so that I've filed complaints. Like, y'all ain't never filed no actual complaint. I'm not about complaining in the like I actually filed complaints the BEC before. Like I hate BEC in that way. So I think I my Bahamian card at this point pretty strong. What about you?
I feel like you're a real Bahamian because you're still saying BEC. They PPL now, but the
Boom.
fact that you're still saying BC is a real Bahamian.
And CLB is CLB forevermore. Like, university where
Dog, you really trying to, you really want to get us down
Scarf
somebody.
gang.
Say, God, okay. My qualifications. Let me see my qualifications. Well, let me see. I drive a Honda and a Maxima back to back. I feel like that's.
Oh yeah.
You got to put that on my report card.
I'll do them get teeth.
No.
Extra points if I'll do them get teeth.
No, my Honda get teeth, but I had a Honda and a Maxima back to back. Let me see what else. Let's see what else. What else I got? Flip. I get robbed with a CM5 left twice.
No way. How you get robbed for the same $5 twice? How you get it back and then you get robbed again?
I get robbed for the CM5 lens twice, dog. Like I know. What else? What else make me qualified for me to speak about Bahamian culture? I know all about routes.
You know all about that.
I know, so I can tell you like depending on where you go, I tell you what bus you need to catch. Like if you need to go at a sport center, you go up on that 8. Like if you need to go east, that's 50 and 8. If you need to go by Bacardi Road, that's 60 and 8. If you need to go by, well, it depends on which route you go. You catch 90, you catch 21.
That's it.
So I know all the bus routes.
I never lived that life where I never walked that road.
Flip, I ride that bus.
No fears.
That sound kind of that sound kind of suspect, but you can move on. But yeah, that's my qualifications.
Yeah, and you used to play marble barefoot. See, you aren't trying to get these points.
Say play marble.
Marble barefoot is like 10 points.
Say marble play. No, but my hand was at my hand in straight. So I used to use the copy. If you know what is the copy, then put 2 points on your card.
Boom. And where are people from?
The fact that I know how to answer that question, that shows that I qualify. My people from Cat Island and
People from Cat Island, babe?
Yes, babe.
I didn't know that.
My granddaddy was a subsistence farmer.
Well, I feel like that, but my people actually from Cat Island. Like, we might actually be cousins, and that might actually be the most Bahamian thing ever said on a podcast. Like we might be cousins, but
we find out his family from where you island from.
At some point, you can find out your boy might be your cousin.
I told somebody that the other day, like that's like how in the States they have ancestry.com. I saw ancestry.com right there. Where are people from?
Who's your people.com? I'm gonna lie, I there. Write that down, babe. Write that down.
That's how we can preserve our culture.
Who's your people.com? You find out your mommy is your daddy, but your daddy don't know. Yeah, babe. But I didn't know. So you one of the last descendants of Anagua then?
No, Anagua still around.
Because only like 12 people from Anagua.
You said that
only like 12 people from Managua and only 14 people from Rumkey. Let's find one of the 14 people from Rumkey to come on and share that experience with us.
No, if we can find that last one person that live in Iguana, that's the interview we need to do.
Yeah, that's already. Yeah, but yeah, so that's how we gonna wrap up this first segment, Culture Quest. We're gonna dive into, like I said, a bunch of things. We're gonna have guests on. We're gonna talk about what some of the topics we got for them this season. We can talk about school, that experience. Talk about immigration.
Family.
Yeah, the Wambo family. We like I said, we're gonna have experts on. I would love to have one of our Haitian homies come and share that experience, what it's like to be Haitian in the Bahamas, or what it's like to be a Bahamian Nation, and because like it or not, that's a part of the culture too, right? Like that's a subculture within our culture too. We need to talk about all these different things, and it could be fun. We could have some people, some faces y'all know. Might be some people who be like, who the hell these people is.
Mm.
Um, but it should be dope, you know.
Yeah, man. And we just breaking down culture. It's bigger than goat skin drums and who in the morning.
Yeah, for
Who
sure.
in the,
Like
who in
it's
the morning though?
and we ain't claim to be experts in a way. Like we ain't not study, didn't study culture, right? Didn't study Bahamian culture, but like we are Bahamian, so like we talking from the perspective of like two dudes who've been alive long enough to know a couple of things
Exactly.
about the culture. So yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in to Culture Quest. Make sure to tune
Stay
in for the
tuned.
next one. Shout out the Solid for letting us come through in this
Powered by
space for sure.
I got
So
it.
link up.
Yeah, I see.